Right guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long time, hasn't it? 4 months to be exact. We're back on the bank and we're at a new water called Crystal Lakes. It's about 20 minutes from my house. It's not a very busy lake, which I don't understand why, because it's quite a beautiful place, to be honest. We've got lots of fish in here, ranging from, I don't know, 8 to 30 pound. So they tell me there's a good few 30s in here, good head of 20s. So you don't know what you're going to catch. There's a lot of doubles and stuff like that. But it's going to be a bit of a challenge to get one of the big ones. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get one of the big ones. But that's not the reason we're here. We're not here to get a giant fish, but a 20 pounder will go a long way. So always in my fishing, this is my first trip back since the big one. So I just want to get some confidence. There's no point going to a hard water and blanking and losing your mojo. I want to find my mojo, find my confidence, and just get a few bites under me, basically. So I've just arrived in the car park. I apologise for the long time no see, and all the people trying to order bait. The bait shop's been down for a while. I've just been taking it easy through the lockdown, but the restrictions have lifted. I've left it about 6 weeks. Still haven't been. The fish have spawned, they've recovered, so it's time for us to get back out on the bank and get chasing them big girls. So we'll have a word when we get round on the lake. It's 6:15 in the morning. It's time to get this gear unloaded, get round there, and see what we've got to deal with. See you soon. Right guys, the peg I've gone for in this session is this is like an island spit, and we'll have a little look around the lake a bit later on, but the rain's forecast quite heavy in the next 30 minutes. So I'll just turn around, that's where we're set up. I've gone for one of the narrow arms, and we're going to fish across to the reeds there. Last night I made the effort to get down, have a little bit of a lead out, and I pre-baited a few areas, about 30 baits and a few tiger nuts. So yeah, hopefully that will pay off. I also baited a little spot over there, so we're going to go walk around there and just have a look to make sure there's no crazy fishy action, and I'll flick the camera on when we get round there. Right guys, so we're around the area that I baited up yesterday, and this is one of 6 areas. I say 6 areas because this is a 2-rod only rule on this lake, and you can get a nice long look down there, look. So I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I baited 6 areas in 3 different pegs for 2 rods at a time, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to come around here because I'd actually be casting over from where my finger comes down, that peg over there. So I'm just making sure there's no crazy fishy action, because if there is, I'll just drop a couple of rods in here for an hour or two. It's nice and quiet, not too many people on, and the lake looks beautiful from this angle. And this is the other spit that I'm not fishing, and this goes all the way round there. It's much bigger up the top there as well, and to be fair, there is a lot more fish up there, but they are smaller fish, and we're not here for them little ones, are we? We're here to get a big girl on the bank. So again, the 20 pounder this session will be an achievement, and that's the target for this session. Right, I'm going to have a little look about, and we'll catch up when I get back round there. Right, flick the camera back on. Been standing here about 5 minutes since I last turned it off, and one just stuck his head out right about there. So that's a good sign, isn't it? So I got down yesterday afternoon, had a little lead out because I didn't want to lead out and smash the place up this morning. And round there where I was when I'm camped up, you know, it might just be a bit of an afternoon area. There's a few fish milling about there. So I did bait up a few areas, and this is one of them. So it's exciting times. That's the joys of working out a new lake. So it won't be long before I'm back down linear. I'm going to do a bit of time on the manor down there and have a go at that Kempy's linear. Epic fish that is. So when you see me next, I might be down there. But who knows? Who knows what hidden gems this lake's got to chuck out. Might be full of small ones. Who knows? Definitely a few big ones in here. It's got to be. It's been here a long time. Right, it's time to get back round there now, and we'll catch up when I do. Lovely jumper. The traps are set. 2 rod only here, so I've gone from my light rods. 2 1/4. Still got a lot of backbone them rods. Absolutely love them. Oh, something just spooked that bird out of the water over there, right underneath where I'm fishing. So yeah, sadly, I lost one earlier. A short while after putting it out there, it just ripped off. I weren't really ready for it. Managed to get me in the reeds, and I'm guessing it snagged me on a big root of them reeds over there. So I've already decided I'm going to be moving later on this afternoon. I've dropped a bucket in about 3 pegs up, and I'm going to be fishing a different section of the lake. Didn't really think this one through too well, should have known better, but that's all a part of learning. So the reeds that I'm fishing against over there, let me zoom in. This is something you can use for future references, guys. Them reeds there are not your normal bulrushes like these ones. They're not these. These ones here have much smaller roots down here. It's much smaller roots, and they tunnel underground. And 9 times out of 10, if a carp gets in them, you're going to pull it out. Well, the carp that got in them reeds over there, god damn it, that absolutely done me. Eventually cut my line, couldn't get it free. Them reeds across there, basically their roots grow out of the ground as well, and they have real big root stems underneath. And the reeds are much thicker and more leathery, which makes it a lot harder to get the fish in and out of. So lesson learned. I mean, it's okay now because I'm on top of my rods and I'm ready for them this time. But at night, of course, getting out of bed and out of the bivvy and that would be probably too long, and result in maybe another lost fish. So we're going to get the rods moved up round there later on this afternoon, and we're going to fish a little baited spot that I went and checked on this morning. But we're going to fish it out here. This is more of a passing point, I reckon, more of a daytime bite area anyway. So we're going to sit it out, and we're going to try and nick one, and then we're going to move them bad boys over there. And at least if I get a fish in the night, I know I can re-chuck out over there. Because where here it's quite holy in the weed, you know, if you miss that hole in the dark, you're going to plant straight into a pile of them reeds, and that's no good for anyone, is it? So yeah, feeling hopeful of another bite. We'll have to see how it goes. I've had a bit of grub. I'm going to kick back and think lay in the bed for an hour. Been up since 5, and yeah, rest up, get a bit of energy back. Well guys, nothing's happened on the bottom since I lost that fish. I have managed to winkle this little guy out of the surface. Probably best part of £14 or so. give or take. I haven't weighed it, but a great bit of sport off the surface. Not ideal conditions, but we made the best of it, and more than happy. First fish from a new lake. So the fish I lost earlier was actually lost in a snag, because I just pulled the rod in before I started floater fishing, and it snapped me off again. So it's definitely some sort of underwater snag out there. So lucky I'm moving for this evening, but I've managed to get a few more fish taken, so it's time to get this girl back, and hopefully we'll get one a little bit bigger. Right guys, change of plans. We're just past dinner time now, and we're going to stay put. See my sliders there ready to rumble. I've decided to just stay put and move the rod that was over the snag to the left and move it way right. So we're fishing right. There was just too many fish here, and they're all a good stamper fish, so average size. Oh, look at the rod bouncing there, the right hand rod's bouncing away. That's going to go any second. Been getting savage liners on that for about 10 minutes now. Look at it bouncing. Surprised the alarm's not bleeping. It's definitely a clear sign of fish feeding out there. I think I might have gone 2 foot past the spot because I moved up in lead size. So I will recast that before nightfall. So yeah, there was just the average stamper fish was a good size over here. It was too good to just move away from. Hold on, I've got the butter's melting away. So yeah, we're going to stay put. I'm comfortable. It ain't stopped raining all day. It's been really miserable, but good fishing conditions, I guess. But we're back out on the bank doing it, and that's the main thing. So just sticking a bit of grub on, just melting some butter there. Oh, nightmare. That's not good. Yeah. So I've just got to get these mushrooms in, and we'll continue to talk. Yeah, tonight's dinner. See if we can zoom in there. Prawns. Gonna Nando them up and have some mushrooms. 2 packs of super noodles. And yeah, I've already eaten a whole pack of chocolate fingers. Don't look at that, guys. I'm meant to be dieting, but there you go. Back on the bank. Got the munchies, having it large. Good morning, gorgeous. Cup of tea freshly made. Living the dream, eh? Living the dream. So yes, feels really good to be back on the bank. I can't wait to be back fishing for them real big uns. This was just sort of wetting the net, as you could say. Trying to get a feel for the fishing again and to get a bite on the bank. So far it's worked. Had one, lost one. Bit of shit earlier with that snag. But we're on the right track now. The reeds are smashing in over there. I think we're going to be in for a good night's fishing. Hopefully we've got a nice 20-pounder in the morning. As for 30-pounder, I don't think there's 30-pounders in here. I just don't. There might be one or two freaks that are just like unnaturally big compared to the rest. But I think the average stamp, I know they're spawned out in here, so they all are all underweight. I'd probably say in between 12 and 24 pound, I'd say. That's my opinion, but hey, I'm not complaining. It's a beautiful place, lovely looking lake, reed lines all the way around it, look. So after we've had a bit of munch, and now the rain's finally stopped, I'm going to take you for a little walk up to the end of the island spit and show you around up there. Just for those of you who sort of live relatively local and you feel like a bit of action, get down and have a go. Right, so I think it's time to get these prawns in now. Nando them up, bit of Nando marinade. Living the dream. Right, if something happens, we'll be in touch. If not, we'll go for a walk a bit later on, just before dusk. See you in a bit. Just thought I'd show you a typical way. Overcooked noodles. And I've burnt all my prawns. Typical, you wait all day, just about to serve up dinner, and the rod goes screaming off like you wouldn't believe. Your natural instinct is turn the stove off. but you just don't have time, and that goes all out the window. In your head you're like, right, if it does go, I'm going to turn the stove off. You never do. You just run out like a bloody lunatic and hit the rod, don't you? But all jokes aside, we've got a beautiful little common carp down there, so we're going to get her out and have a look after dinner. And I'm going to munch some overcooked prawns. They're not black, by the way, or real crispy. I've just nandoed them up a bit, do you know what I mean? But yeah, overcooked noodles, God, they're horrible. But yeah, we've got a fish to cheer us up after. Happy days. Going to reset the trap, get the food done, and we'll get her out for some pics. See you in a bit. Well guys, the rain was pretty relentless earlier, so I had to slip that common back. But I've just had another one, and this one looked a tiny bit bigger, so I weighed it just out of curiosity. It's just over £16, but still great sport. Cracking little £16 common. Obviously all the fish are heavily spawned out at the moment, but still great fun. Good to get back off the mark, and it's good to be back on the bank. Lovely little fish. So hopefully this should be the last of the rain now. It's due to brighten up a bit tomorrow, so we'll get a bit more recording done. Hopefully pinch another bite off the surface. Onwards and upwards. Right, we'll leave it there for tonight, and I'm going to slip this lovely carp back, and we'll catch up in the morning. Well then guys, after a fishless night, finally managed to bag one. Just gone 9:30 now. I was just cooking a bit of brekkie, and the rod that this went on had been out since 6 o'clock last night, and the lake just died a slow death. Not going to break any records, but you know what, sometimes it's not all about the big girls, just about getting some bites and having a good crack. This is my first session back since March, as you guys know, and I'm just loving it. Just loving to see the old rod tip whip round, and this put up a really good fight, believe it or not. It's probably only £7 or £8 or so. It's only a baby of the lake. But you know what, I don't care. Stunning little common. It's a good way to build my confidence and move on for some bigger fish. And I've been feeding up a bit of super squid out there with a bit of enzyme. And yeah, this one obviously liked what it saw and ripped off. So this arm that I'm fishing in, I think the fish move out at night from what I gather, and they move out into the main body of the water and turn up early morning like this did. So hopefully this is a sign of good things to come today. I fine-tuned a few things on the floater rod. They've been really picky yesterday. I've gone down a size hook, I've moved to a thinner line, and just tweaked a few things, and hopefully we should get a couple more as the sun comes out this afternoon. Right, so onwards and upwards. I'm going to slip this little stunner back and move on to the next one. Lovely, bit of sunshine. So I've moved just one peg up now, right in the corner peg here. I dropped the right hand rod just in the margin there, where a friend of mine had a few fish yesterday. And the left hand rod I just moved to an over depth sig, because they're actually doing me head in, trying to float a fish in this wind. These carp, no, they're just too crafty. So I tried an over depth sig, and lo and behold, it bloody worked, didn't it? Within 10 minutes, got the biggest fish of the session down there. Lovely looking long lean common. spawned out to the max obviously, but great fight, really good fight. And wow, look, the sun's come out finally. God, it's been a drowsy 2 days, but all is good when the old current bung comes out. Right, we're going to get this nice one out now and have a look, see which goes on the scales. I just pinged the left hand rod back out there, same spot, over depth sig, about 5 3/4 foot. Happy days. Hopefully there'll be another bite on the cards. If not, who cares? Cracking session. Right, here she is. Got a lovely black common. Definitely the eldest fish I've caught this session. Lovely and black. Proper torpedo. Just under 18 pound this one, so it is the biggest of the session. Not quite the magical 20 mark we're looking for. But these fish are so heavily spawned out. They must have just really gone at it this year. There she is, look. Proper long torpedo fish, this one. There we go. Cracking common. Honestly, this is really finished the session off on a high for me. Switching to over depth zigs and cracking that code. Doing me head on the floaters. Ended up being too windy. And look at that. Mwah. Stunning little black beast. Happy days. Switch around quickly. She's being well behaved. Just had her in a retainer for 15 minutes while I sorted the rod back out. And I'm actually taking these pictures on a bit of an unlevel ground, so I hope it's coming out alright. It's might be a bit blurry, I can't really see the lens at the minute. Here's our other side in all her glory. Nice spawned out black torpedo common. Happy days. Right, let's get her back. Well then guys, this really is the last fish of the session. Little skinny wiry male common. And over depth zig's really proving to crack the code in the end on this lake for me. This is the third bite I've had in the last hour. The smallest of the lot, the other two are about 10 to 12 pounds. All commons. So I think I've probably had 7 or 8 fish this session now. Not bad for a little quick 36-hour session. Another long lean torpedo. Lovely, can't get enough of it. So definitely first session success. It's been a while, it's just nice to get that rod hoop round, get some bites, get some action. Lovely little lean common. So definitely on the next session we'll be fishing for something quite a bit bigger than this. But who knows where we'll turn up. I'll keep that as a guess for you guys. So make sure you tune in next time, so who knows. Right, everything else is packed away apart from one rod. You get this guy back and I'll catch you lot on the next one. See you in a bit.